Good morning, everyone. A little bit late in the morning, but let me have my coffee real quick. Let me have some coffee, and I'm going to tell you what's coming up today. What videos are coming up on my channel. Hold on. First, I want to wish each and every one of you a blessed Sunday, July the 7th, 2013. In a moment, we're going to take a look at what videos I have planned. But I want to touch on something real quick, and it is the Asiana Airlines plane crash at San Francisco International Airport yesterday. I want to make one thing clear, and I don't want to hype this up in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to hype up the living God, Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because God is showing out in these end days. He's reaching out to all his children and all his people of all nationalities, of all religious beliefs, to show that he is the one and only true living God, and he is the only one that can save. And he saved quite a number of people in that plane crash yesterday. That could have been, but probably from the looks of it, should have been a whole lot worse when I seen the flames and the fumes of smoke and the shape this airliner was in. When I'm looking at the video coverage and the pictures, that all of these people, two perished, two lost their lives. Some are in critical, serious condition, but lives were saved. I'm going to talk about this for a moment. First, I'm not going to hype this up in any way. You know me if you've been following my channel for any length of time, but if I thought this was some type of New World Order, the powers that be, a hidden false flag, or a terrorist attack of some kind, I would speak on that. I would speak out on that. And from what I have researched, I don't see it being a false flag or a terrorist attack. I see a plane that came down that many were saved in the end days, and many of Chinese nationality, one Japanese, South Korean. And I want them to know, and I want you to know, that they may believe in another God or a false God, in a Hindu God or in Buddha, but their lives were spared because there's only one God that saves, and that is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, I just want to read something to you real quick. The flight originated in Shanghai, China, and stopped over in Seoul, South Korea, before coming to San Francisco. Airport officials said the airlines said there were 16 crew members aboard, and the 291 passengers, including 77 South Koreans, 141 Chinese, 61 Americans, and one Japanese citizen. The nationalities of the remaining passengers weren't immediately known. Airport spokesman Doug Yakel said 49 people were in serious condition and 132 had less significant injuries. Now, from what I understand, and again, I'm not going to hype this up, but the plane was coming in for a landing, had its landing gear down, and just to dispute any claim on the internet, a lot of people like to hype up these news stories, that it could have been a false flag event. But the tail section was too low, and it appears it may have, they're still doing an investigation, it may have hit a sea wall, and this caused it to come down in and into this crash landing that had taken place. But we've got people aboard, 300 passengers, 2 perished, and the rest all survived. We've got Americans. Many Americans today don't believe in the living God. They're either agnostic or they're atheists. They just don't believe in God. The God they don't believe in, or the God that you've got to prove to them that there is a God. You've got to show them solid proof. You would think they would have their proof, because it's a God that they don't see. It's a God that they don't believe in that saved them on Saturday, July 6th, 2013. And the remaining passengers, the Chinese, the South Koreans, and the one Japanese passenger, they may have cried out to Buddha or to a Hindu God or to whatever God that they may believe in, a false God. But I just pray today that they come to the understanding but the one and only true living God is the one that saved him. He's the only one that saves. I want to touch on this as well, because if anyone is watching, family members or friends of those that went through this crash, if any crash members are watching, I want you to understand there is only one God that saves, and he saved you yesterday. He is showing out in the end days. There is only one way that you can come to salvation. There is no way to the Father except through the Son. Your salvation is not dependent on whether you use the name Yeshua or you use the name Jesus. You just cry out. You just cry out to the Messiah, to the Lamb of God that came to take away the sins of the world, that has mercy on each and every one of us. Whether you say the name Yeshua or you say the name Jesus, cry out to him. He knows your heart. He knows everything about you. He knows your intent. God saved yesterday, July the 6th, 2013. He saved those that don't even acknowledge him as the only living God. He saved the Chinese people. He saved those of South Korean descent, the Japanese passenger on board, the Americans that maybe possibly didn't believe in him. I want you to know you were truly saved yesterday. Now cry out to him. Coming up, I'm gonna touch on this real quick. I just wanted to mention that real quick on my channel. Friday, coming up next Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on a radio talk program called Red's Revelations, and I will put the link below. We're going to talk about Agenda 21 among a few other topics of interest. So I will promote that throughout the week. Stay tuned to my channel. What's going on in Rome, in the Vatican? We're talking about DNA and the end times and the Antichrist. And there is an epidemic that has hit the young people today. And the father of this disease, that this is a disease, before he passed away, he came out with the truth. Stay tuned, because the truth will set you free. God bless.